Hey guys, welcome to the Best of TV Guys, where we look at a recent episode and some of the best moments of that episode.
The whole point of them still being the same in the ninth season is exactly what Larry David set out to at the beginning of it. Like these emotionally stunted people. And he's trying to hit on this idea of like to point out the worst about humanity in a way of like, do we ever really change? Do we ever really get out of these biases that we have and us overreacting to the smallest, stupidest things? And like, some of the stuff the reasons that Jerry breaks up with a girl or why Elaine doesn't call a guy back are some of the dumbest things in the world. She has man hands. I can't call her again. She's got man hands. Like, that I think spoke to plenty of people, plenty of women who've been broken up with for such stupid reasons. Like, what's wrong with me? And they're like, oh, you've got man hands. What does that even mean? And so it's able to like mock that side of us and hold up a mirror to us and then mock it. And so that's why they couldn't grow, is because we needed people to make fun of.
I feel like Louis Black. For a second, I thought you were going to say Louis C.K., which is very different. Louis Black, I feel like would be super chill off the clock, and he's like, "Oh, you need me to be angry? You giving me money? Okay. Oh, what's the deal with everything? Why is there different kinds of milk?
What's the deal with everything? Why is there different kinds of milk? Asking the hard-hitting questions.
For all of this, they end up getting arrested, and basically saying you're all going to spend a year in prison, and it ends with them sitting in a jail cell arguing over a button placement, which I think is a callback to the first episode.
Yes, yeah, it's the opening like back and forth that Jerry had, like line for line too. The integrity of the button is that second one.
Yeah, and then but aside from there's an end tag about Jerry in prison doing stand up and everybody hating it, which is ironic because we're talking about how we were not huge fans of his comedy.
Yeah.
And when you started saying Monty Python, I had the same thought that you figured out. I was like, that's a sketch show. But with the episodic nature and of where you can't grow as like no character development, it kind of is like a sketch show hiding in a sitcom.
100%. But then other things that influence us as well is there's a lasting impression in terms of references. Like to this day, people make these references. Like for instance, they really highlighted the yada 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 was an episode of Seinfeld, and I know that term has been around for a while, but Seinfeld was the one that put it into the mainstream. I don't feel like there's any sentence from Seinfeld that like exists today in the same way where it's like you don't attribute that to Seinfeld. Like if someone says no soup for you, sure, that's a reference and that's a popular reference, but you can trace it back to Seinfeld. Yada 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 is just kind of part of our vocabulary now.
Yeah, no soup. Like you can't say no soup for you. That doesn't apply to anything but Seinfeld. Yada yada yada. You could use that in your daily life.
Exactly. And then the Price is Right theme. Bum, 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 bum. That's my favorite. Like, if I could have that, like, on a sound effect primed and ready to go on a button, every time someone would tell a joke and it would just fail, that's the perfect, like, let's just put that one in there. I love that little, like, you failed the game song.
I would use the noise of the that one.
See, that's a classic, but I feel like the Price is Right one is just more niche,
yeah,
and just more. I feel like it's funnier. I think that it works better to me.
It does, and the fact that it's like the tune is off, but that's the point of it, really works. Well, and one last thing is because the whole point of these episodes is they're the most influential, and I mean, it's not the only show that had like the meeting. It's not the first show that had like the meeting place. Like Saved by the Bell had the Max, and they had the diner in Happy Days. But I mean, Seinfeld influenced Friends, which influenced How I Met Your Mother, and it definitely was its own mini genre that defined sitcoms for a while afterwards. I mean, even now, probably.
Yeah, and if they knew it was going to be a hit, they would have built bigger sets. That was one thing. I can't remember who had said that, but someone was like, "We didn't think it was going to be big, and so we built these tiny sets." And they're like, "Well, now we're stuck in these for all 9 seasons, and they're so small."
Hey, if you like that, check out this and more episodes of TV Guys wherever you find your favorite podcasts.